Hey, what's happening? Chris Lopez here. Wanted to talk to you today about strength and how important it is, because you need to have strength. You need to be strong beyond anything else before you can really add any other qualities into your training or anything like that. Case in point, Dan John likes to use the analogy of containers, and strength is your container. So if you have a container the size of a shot glass, there isn't much that you can put into that container. But if you've got a container the size of, say, a punch bowl or even a swimming pool, that's when you can really start adding physical qualities into that container. Fat loss, hypertrophy, endurance, power, all those things fit into a larger container. Whereas if you have a tiny little container, there's not much that can go into that container. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's why I'm here to tell you that strength is a skill. And I'll give you a great case in point. So October 2010, I'm doing my RKC, and I'm trying to set a PR in the kettlebell press, in the military press, which is a strict military press where you take the bell, get it into the rack, you don't move, and then you drive it right up above your head. So I'm standing there with my training partner, and I've cleaned a 32K with my left arm, my non-dominant arm. And I'm pushing, and all of a sudden, I feel this poke, you know, like a poke, right in my lat, right here. And so somebody's poking me, and it's not my training partner because he's standing right in front of me. So my initial ghetto side, because you know I grew up in Scarborough, but the amazing thing was that the kettlebell side said like this. Like, it was crazy. It was like the kettlebell went up like a 13-year-old at an SI swimsuit party. And so I look over, and lo and behold, it's Pavel. Now, I don't know if you know Pavel, but Pavel commands the presence of, I don't know, Jesus. And he says to me as he's poking my lat, "Comrade, you're disconnected." And I'm standing there going like this. Because when Pavel talks, you listen. So Pavel comes over, pokes me in the lat, kettlebell goes flying up, says that I'm disconnected and that I need to use my lat as a shelf. Well, I'm thinking to myself, well, my lat is there. I mean, I use my lat when I do pull-ups, right? I don't use my lat to press, but he pokes my lat to give me biofeedback, and all of a sudden the kettlebell goes up. So blows my mind, right? Now I'm in this moment where I'm trying to figure out, well, how is it that I'm using my lat? And it dawns on me. Strength, as I was saying in the beginning of the video, is a skill. It's a skill that needs to be practiced. And so what Pavel was showing me was the importance of coordinating your entire body to be able to lift that kettlebell. That's the beauty about training with kettlebells, is that you're using your entire body. It's a skill to be able to use your entire body to do what traditional thinking would believe is an upper body exercise, like a press. And so using my entire body, going from the bottom right to the top, so contracting your quads, squeezing nice and tight, taking your kneecaps, pulling them up into your crotch, squeezing your glutes like you've got a $100 bill in there, you don't want anybody to yank it right out. Contracting your abs like somebody's about to punch you in the stomach, and firing your lats to create a shelf so that you can press. Now you've taken what seemingly traditionalists would call a shoulder exercise and have turned it into a big, giant, metabolic exercise that uses your entire body. And this is the beauty of kettlebell training. Strength is a skill. You're not going to get it the first time around, but if you practice it, just like any skill, then you'll get it and you'll become more efficient at it, and you will become stronger. You become stronger, you get a bigger container. You get a bigger container, you can do more things. You see how that all kind of plays together? So let's take a look at what it is that we're doing as far as our kettlebell practice is concerned, and see how we can improve it. Are we maximizing tension? Are we turning it into a full body movement instead of a single joint, single focused, single muscle exercise? So that's my rant for today. I'm Chris Lopez, kettlebellworkouts.com. I hope you got something out of it. I know I surely did, and we'll see you on the other side.